Anyway, here's the point. Today is the 19th of July. And I was thinking tomorrow is the 20th of July, which is the anniversary of the landing on the moon. And I'm thinking all the progress that ever happens in the world always involves risk. Whenever you make progress, it happens only because you took a chance. You took the risk of doing something that could have turned out to be a disaster. There's lots of dangers, lots of things that can go wrong. And you do everything you can, but yet you do this to discover facts about something. And it's funny that sometimes I think about people who like to sit around and think that they know a lot of things. Because things have been handed to them, risk-free. They have knowledge that they didn't have to risk anything to get. They have so many good things that they didn't have to go and work for. They didn't have to actually take chances to get it. Somebody else went out there and they took a chance and they took risk and they got it. And you know, the people who take risk, we can sit there quietly in the safety and we can criticize them and say, well, they're stupid or they're nuts or that was crazy. And yet we are sitting down and we're enjoying the fruits of somebody else's labors or the fruits of somebody else's risk. Somebody took the risk to do it and we're enjoying it. And we can casually sit back, cross our legs, and criticize. And it's just a thought. You know, it's just a thought. I'm not advocating anything. I think every time I put out videos, I keep thinking, I always feel like I have to apologize. Because everybody's so terrified of being preached to. And I'm not preaching. I'm just, as I said in my thing, I'm just a guy with a camera and an opinion. I said, it's so funny how in this world, people always think that when you have an ideal, you're some type of evangelical person. You got to preach and spread the word of your idea. No, I'll put it out there and you either take it or you don't. You either take it or you don't. You're free to choose. I believe in that. I believe people should have freedom of choosing things. That you should be free. So this is kind of a mixture of things I'm talking about. You know, you believe what you want to believe. You are free to believe anything you want to believe. That's the one thing I am. If there is any kind of thing that I'm a person who believes, you know, I use the word free thinking and call myself a free thinker. But I think that word has, in my opinion, become contaminated. It means a person who's an atheist. To me, no, free thinker means you are free to think whatever you want to think. That's what it means to me. It means I'm free to think anything I want to think. I'm free to believe anything I want to believe. And if I choose to believe in God, fine. If I choose not to, that's fine too. That's all. I just want to say this. I'm going to be all over the place for a moment. And I think I'm going to turn off the section on the thing that allows no comments or no votes on this. I just want to say that. It's really what I'm about. After this video, I think I'm going to turn back on that section. But I just want to say this because sometimes I think that when I put these videos out there, I don't really have a goal and an agenda or anything. I was thinking about someone who made a video and they were saying, you know, challenging everyone, you know, to say, what is it? Why are you here on YouTube? Why do you do these? Why do you make videos? And I get to thinking, you know, it was funny because I had to think about it. And I think maybe the problem was that I did have to think about it. You know, that I actually had to think about, why do I make videos? Why do I put videos out here? And that's the thing. That's it. I don't have a reason for doing it. I just do it. You know, I mean, I'd actually would have to stop and think and kind of even come up with a theory. You know, but the one would say, well, how could you come up with a theory? You're the one doing it. Don't you clearly know? You know, when we do things, we really don't know why we do them. We just have an urge to do it, and that's all I had was an urge. You know, I had a little camera, this little camera that could make videos. And I just got this ideal from someone. And so I decided to do it. And I just did it. I just put video out there. And then I started doing more and more and more. And that was it. I never had a reason. I never thought about what I was doing. I wasn't trying to convert anybody, teach anything. But I spoke about all this stuff about the atheism stuff because I kept thinking this. People always said things that were just wrong. You know, like the way people kind of exaggerate. Like people exaggerate what. See, I'm a person who believes in God. I've said that 100 million times. I know there have been a couple of people who actually been surprised. They thought I was an atheist. And I'm not. But I'm not a preachy person either. I don't preach. I don't say, oh, here, look at the book of this and look at the book of that. And, you know, I don't grab my Bible and say, you know, you have to do this, repent because the end is near. You know, I don't know what's going to happen. And I don't care. Right now, at this point, I'm just a guy making videos. That's it. I made some critical statements of religion. And I think people expanded that, you know, and that's why I get a lot of people on my channel who I think are on here for the wrong reasons. But they stuck and they're waiting for some moment when I'm going to suddenly, you know, come up with that really bottom of the ninth home run that'll sink religion forever. And I'm not, that's not going to happen. You're going to be greatly disappointed. You know, it's kind of like life. It's like when you get married. You think it's going to be the be-all and the end-all, and then it turns out to be nothing. Or when you get a new car, it's no big deal. When you get a new house, it's no big deal. When you finally clean up your house and everything looking neat, it's no big deal. It doesn't create a revolution in your life. It really doesn't. Putting up videos is not something I did because I thought it was going to change the world. I just had an urge to do it, and I just thought it's something to do. It's something different to do. That's all. I'm turning off the comment section because I know a lot of people are going to disagree with many things. And the point isn't that I only want to hear good things. But it's just, that's all this is. It's just opinions. It's just a bunch of opinions that we put out there. It's just us saying what we think. Saying what we feel. Giving our little piece of it. That's all. I think that I have never been one of those people who believed in being a crusader and being out there to change the world and fix everything and just totally turn it all around. I'm not about that. I have no interest. Because the world, if the world is fucked up, it's fucked up now. And it will be fucked up. And if it's headed for fucked upness, there's nothing I can do about it. That's not a matter of being apathetic. It's just reality. What I do is I focus on trying to make my life the best it can be and try to make life as good as it can be for the people around me. And I think if everybody did that, then we would succeed in making the world better. And that's all. It's really that simple.